Greasy_Dragon Lady says, wow, the lambs in this are so 90s. They all are wearing cool jackets and hanging out in New York while whispering red and tubular brow. 90s sitcom laugh track.
And welcome to the silence of the lambs.
Hello, Chet.
I thought you were saying, instead of chat, I thought you were saying Chet, like a name Chet. Hello, Chet.
You know the famous character Chet from Silence of the Lambs?
I know, exactly.
Remember when he says hello, Chet? No, because he says hello, Clarice.
Oh.
I could have been like, hello, Chatties. Make it sound like Clarice.
They're so chatty. Oh, but okay. I'm Grezy. And who are you exactly?
I'm Ergo Corvus.
Oh, thank gosh. Oh, I almost forgot. Which would be weird because you're my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd. And you know what else? We're 90s babies. So we wanted to watch a bunch of 90s movies and determine just how 90s they really are. And this edition of the 90s podcast is a movie that I've never ever seen before. I've seen clips of it. I've seen that, one clip specifically where he's like, fava beans and all that. I've seen that.
Had his liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yeah, a nice Keanu Reeves. Yeah. I mean, he would probably eat Keanu Reeves. I don't know. I don't know his moral code here. Will he just eat anyone?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who he decides to eat.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
Whatever he wants.
I guess we'll kind of discover that as we discuss the movie. But before we do, I wanted to read aloud what I wrote to text to speech before the the stream.
Why?
I was going to read that.
The text to speech already read it.
I know, but were we not? Or were we? Oh, were we live?
I mean, I can. Yeah.
Oh. Cool. I thought we were muted, so I didn't know.
I mean, we were, but not the text to speech.
Oh, hot damn!
It played.
Well, never mind. That you already heard the perfect version of it. You don't need to hear me say it again. I already said it perfectly in the chat. So yeah, you're welcome. Oh gosh, this episode is already devolving. Oh no, it's already horrifying. So speaking of that, this is a somewhat scary movie. Which
this was. Technically, even though it's November now, this was supposed to be part of our Halloween series, but this one really isn't a horror movie. Mm-hmm. It's kind of just a detective mystery.
It is, and it's just kind of gory too. That being said, I guess
then it wasn't that shocking to me. It wasn't that
true.
Much to
no,
me.
we've probably seen worse.
This is like pretty much what you would see on like a crime TV show like CSI or Law and Order SVU or something like that. Like probably. like the most gore, or I don't know. Like there's a scene where they are doing like an autopsy on a body. That's probably like the most like gross scene or whatever, and you see autopsies in crime TV shows all the time.
But what about the scene with the guts, the innards?
The guts?
Yeah, where they had that guy and he was like T-posing on the jail cell, where Hannibal Lecter like hung him up, Wasn't that a bit gory, or am I just like imagining?
Oh, I guess so. Sure.
Yeah. And then the face-off Nicolas Cage part.
Yeah, which we'll have to watch Face-Off. This little preview for Face-Off.
Oh God.
Scene where he takes somebody's face off. Where is it? But we're kind of all over the place. Maybe we should introduce them.
Yeah. I was going to say though, before we do the synopsis, I was going to say that I guess it's appropriate that we didn't end up doing this as a part of our Halloween section, because it technically isn't very Halloweeny in that regard. So it works out as a November movie. Why not?
Sure. Does it take place in autumn? Does it take? It might. Because it seems like it's kind of cold, but it's not like snowy, so it's not like winter.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know.
Be. Unlike the other few that we just recently did, we didn't immediately do the podcast after watching the movie. So we're probably going to remember less about this one than the others.
Our memories are a little more hazy, maybe, but thankfully we have our good friend Wikipedia to help remind us about things.
Good old Wiki.
First of all, this is the 1991 American psychological horror thriller film.
Whoa!
So is this the earliest 90s movie that we've done?
Was 91? Turtles 90 or 91?
Oh, yeah, that might have been 90, right?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was 90. I'm pretty sure, but I
think I just saw a 1990 film. Yeah. Okay, so this will be the second earliest one. Yeah.
Because, the sequels, I think, came out like 91 and 92 or something like that. Okay. So
not the earliest one that we've seen.
Yeah. The second earliest one that we've seen, I think.
Yeah.
Because Turtles was the most early, and I think that one... I don't think there was another one that came out in 91, unless I'm misremembering something. Mm-hmm. But either way, definitely very, very 90s fresh.
Right on that transition from the 80s.
Which, if anything, honestly, that might end up making it less of a 90s score overall, because it's probably going to have more of an 80s vibe. But again, we're getting maybe a little too ahead of ourselves.
Sure.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the movie itself first before we say how 90s it is.
Yeah, so Ergo, what was this movie about? Refresh my memory.
Okay,
it's been weeks.
The short summary is that we have our main character is Clarice Starling. She's a FBI trainee, not like a full agent yet, but she gets assigned to interview Hannibal Lecter, who is a cannibalistic serial killer. I still think it's crazy that his name is Hannibal and he's a cannibal. That's like I know everybody makes fun of that, but it's just like.
Do you think they named him that specifically, where they were like, "What rhymes with cannibal?"
Yeah, Thomas
Hannibal.
This is based on a novel and a series of novels. Well, it's based on a novel that is part of a series, is what I mean.
Okay, so like Goosebumps.
Sure. By Thomas Harris, of the same name. It's also interesting to me when this happened, where the book came out in 1988. It only took them 3 years to make a movie out of it. I'm like, wow, that's a quick turnaround.
Wow, somebody must have really believed in it. They were like, oh yeah, we really like this movie. We really like this book and make a good movie.
Somebody just like,
want it.
This book's a bestseller, get it.
Get it now!
Make a movie. Well, it's still popular. Let's see. So she's interviewing Hannibal Lecter by her boss is named Jack Crawford. And it's kind of like, basically, they want to see if he can offer some insights into a current case that they have. Because Hannibal's already in prison. They've already got him.
Yeah, they already got the guy.
Yeah,
but there's another guy doing some shitty stuff.
And
killing a bunch of people.
So yeah, they want to see if, because he's also a serial killer, if they can get some insights into what this serial killer is doing. Well, I think also the fact that he's a serial killer, but he's also a very intelligent psychologist.
Yes. He's like if the guy from Sixth Sense was a killer.
Sure, Bruce Willis's character.
Yeah, a brilliant psychologist.
Oh man, that would be a twist.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis was the killer the whole time.
And the kid was seeing his victims. Holy shit! Somebody write that AU. Anyway,
that's a sequel. The Seventh Sense. And so this new killer has been like nicknamed Buffalo Bill
because he likes to skin his humps.
People. Which I guess was Buffalo Bill was that like a Native American chief or something?
I mean, if you click on that it's a hyperlink on Wikipedia. You can click on it.
Well, that just went to the actual character in this movie.
Go away, AI response. We don't want you.
Okay, no, sorry. Well, it was not applied to a Native American person. It was an American.
Soldier
he was just a
guy.
hunter. I guess he hunted buffalo. Okay, so
Huh.
I thought it was maybe a reference to the whole, like, scalping kind of thing.
He was born in Les Claire or whatever, and I'm like, Clarice?
Clarice? I don't know, I guess.
It's not exactly that, but I mean...
I don't know what their writing process was. Yeah.
Maybe
so anyway.
Could be.
I guess he's the guy, he was known for skinning buffaloes, and his name was Bill. Anyway. Yeah, so then she's getting help from Hannibal Lecter. A bunch of stuff happens.
Yeah, weirdly enough, some guy does a thing that I was not expecting.
Are you talking about when she's interviewing Hannibal and then one of the other guys in one of the cells
throws some bodily fluid at her?
Yeah.
You know, some mayonnaise, if you will. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's the biggest jump scare in the movie. I
was like, excuse me?
Yeah.
And then Hannibal's like, come back here! You know, he like yells at her to come back. Because
the weird thing
told her to get the hell out, and so she was walking away.
Because, he was like, he did not want to, I think he figures out, like, what they're trying to do. Because at first they're just kind of like, oh yeah, she's just interviewing him just for, like, as part of her training or something. Yeah. But really it's to try and get the, you know, insights from him about the case. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna help you, fuck off. But then when she gets, like, assaulted by that other guy, I guess, I don't know, maybe out of pity for her or whatever, he's like, okay, I'll help you out, because he feels bad, I guess, that happened.
I guess. I don't know. Or maybe in that same moment, he also realized, I can use this.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like it might try and, like, get her favor or something.
It might have been a little bit of both, column A, column B.
Because then, he also, like, while she's gone, he, convinces that guy who did that to kill himself, I guess. Yeah. That just kind of happens off screen.
Yeah. You don't see this, but yeah. Because I was like, how does one choke on their own tongue?
Because, of course, you know, Hannibal, he's a serial killer cannibal, but he's a gentleman.
He kindly
Milady.
He kindly told that guy to go, you know, choke on himself, I guess, to death.
Well, I mean, because he was offensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're an offensive prick. Go chew on your tongue. Get out, I guess.
And so...
Content warning, I suppose. This might be a gross movie to talk about, I guess.
Which the clue that he gives her led to a storage unit that just had a bunch of stuff in it. So I guess it was...
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little unclear.
That was where she found the guy's head.
There was a guy's head. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so was this Hannibal's storage locker? I guess it must have been, right?
Well, I mean, go to Wikipedia. What does it say?
Then
it's been a minute.
I'm looking right at it.
It's been a minute.
No, because the head in the jars is a former patient of Lecter's.
Yes.
Who was supposedly killed by Buffalo Bill. But I'm kind of like, how did it get there? Did Buffalo Bill break in there and put it there?
Or did Hannibal put it in there? Like, before he got arrested.
I guess did Hannibal... Right, because we do eventually find out that Buffalo Bill was one of his patients, I think so, yeah. I never know if we actually confirmed that, and so I guess maybe he was like, oh, my patient killed this guy. I guess I'll cut off his head and put it in a jar for the memories. I don't know. I guess.
I don't know if it was explicitly stated.
That wasn't really clear to me how that happened. But what is the other things that they do? So,
they lie to him.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay. Kind of the big thing, like driving thing that happens is that the most recent person that has been abducted by Buffalo Bill is the daughter of like a senator, and so the case gets like obviously really like elevated in priority, and so that's when they offer Lecter like. Hey, yeah, if you help us catch him, we'll, like, send you to a better prison, basically. Yeah. Like, we're not going to let you out or anything, but we'll send you to, like, a better prison.
Get to hang out on the beach, like, once a year.
And so Lecter agrees, but also kind of, like, wants Clarice to... Basically just wants to talk to Clarice more. Right, because he starts asking, he says, yeah, for every question that he answers, she has to also answer one of his questions.
Which is where we find out, I think, that's the conversation where the whole lamb thing comes up, right?
Right,
Title
yes.
drop.
It was, I think that one comes up a little bit later in their sessions, but yeah, that, should we get to that one? Might as well do that now, as long as we're talking about that.
Yeah.
It was that she was left like without her parents, so she had to live with like her aunt and uncle on a farm.
Yeah.
And then like one day they were like slaughtering some of the lambs, I guess, to make some lamb chops or something. Probably.
They were doing something, yeah.
And so she was like a little kid, and so she like took one of the lambs and like ran away from home with it. But then I think, because she was just kind of ran out into the wilderness, and so
I think somebody found her.
They eventually just found her and brought her home. And I think they still ended up killing that lamb, I guess.
Yeah, they killed the lamb, and then I think it was said that her uncle got like really mad at her and like basically gave her up, and it was just like, geez, man, like, sorry she doesn't approve of your farm business, like you're gonna just give up your only niece or whatever and be like, fuck off, kid,
something like that. But yeah. And then it's funny because we don't actually get a title drop of the movie. Technically,
well, it's implied.
He says because
she says that the lambs are still screaming.
Yeah, the lambs are still screaming, and so solving this case or saving people or whatever would maybe help her silence the lambs or whatever.
Ding dang dong.
Yeah.
Title drop mention.
Yeah. And so Lecter does reveal some information about Buffalo Bill. And this is, I guess, where we should get into the how this movie deals with gender. This movie is kind of about that. That's
a little bit, yeah.
Even because with Clarice, she's a woman in the FBI where there's mostly men there.
Yeah.
And one of the things that really struck me about the film is there's a lot of first, like, point of view shots, like, especially from Clarice's point of view, but other people as well, where you just see, like, close-ups on other people's faces looking right, like, out of the screen.
Right,
looking
right at the camera.
Straight into the camera. And yeah, a lot of them are from her point of view of men, like, looking straight at her.
That's true. That is true.
It's like, it's the reverse of the male gaze. You're getting looked at. And so,
good way
like,
to put it, yeah.
Yeah, like, there is a lot of, like, her, that she maybe feels like she has to prove herself more.
Yeah. Because
she's a woman and all of that.
That's brought up in other things, too, because I remember when they were doing the autopsy, on the lady, the previous victim. I think that was implied where, like, the head guy, I can't remember, Jack, or that guy, her boss. Yeah, he like took some other people out of the room to talk with them without her, and he was like, oh yeah, don't be offended by it, like they wouldn't have understood, so I had to talk to them, basically kind of going, I don't know if he really felt that way or if it was still another kind of like mansplaining situation, but yeah, it was again implied that she wouldn't have been taken seriously.
When he said that, she said, what did she say exactly? She was like, basically said that, like, well, it still felt rude to me, or whatever, or like it felt like you respected me less, or something like that.
Yeah,
by leaving me out. And like, to his credit, I think that Jack seems decent enough. He's not. Yeah, he's like, I was wondering if it was going to like go into some weird thing where
the shoe would drop or something.
Would like, but no, he's pretty chill. Yeah. He's just like, he's not like super progressive or anything, but he's just like nice, normal guy.
Yeah, I thought that that action specifically wasn't necessarily out of malicious intent, but out of like, this is the way things are kind of thing, Yeah, and
whether
I think he would want that to change or not is up for debate, I'm not sure. But
and it seems like he does respect her, but he does also I guess also because she's a trainee, still treats her as a subordinate.
Yes. And you can actually, in that same set of scenes, like towards the end of that, when, she's basically telling the guys, hey, we're going to start looking at this body. Y'all are done.
Oh, yeah, right.
And they kind of stare at her for a minute, and then they finally leave. Like, that was awkward. And I think that was pretty good, like, that framing. Like, you were talking about how they, like, look at the camera. Like, I think that was another instance where they were looking at the camera, and it's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I can imagine if I was, Clarice, they just were all staring at me, I'd be like, yep, okay, now go. Like, I told you, go now, please.
And then the other thing is that Buffalo Bill, and like this is something that's been talked about a lot with this movie, is kind of trans, maybe, or not, or it's kind of confusing about it, which also might have to do with the fact that this movie was made in like 1990, when obviously conversations about that stuff were a lot different from how they are now.
Yeah. I do feel like they handle it like fairly well, as somebody who doesn't really have like, and I don't mean this in that way, like not trying to make a pun or anything, but I don't have any skin in it, like, so like, no, like, I don't know, that just seemed like the best way to put it, and I'm like, oh god, that's going to sound like a pun, and I swear I'm not trying to, but like, yeah, I still feel though that it handled itself pretty well. Like, it could have been a lot worse, and I know we've watched things that are a lot worse. And something, again, I think I mentioned this when we were watching this with our friends, the video that I remembered seeing, like some of the clips from this movie from, was Lindsay Ellis's, Tracing the Roots of Transphobia Through Media video that she did. And there was a section where she talked about this movie, I think, pretty well, bringing up that the author, knew that he was potentially putting something that could harm like a group of people, and so he intentionally wrote it to be like, oh no, he's not an actual transsexual, like he's not actually one, because he just thinks he is. He thinks he is, but he isn't.
That's kind of a weird little
and there is definitely debate that could be made about that, about how that could also be harmful too.
It's like, what do you mean by that?
Right, or for other people to use that as an excuse to be like, oh, you just think you are. But I think that was their attempt, at least at that point, to be like, oh gosh, I don't want to like alienate an entire group of people and pin them all to be feels like serial killers or something, because
it feels like it wants to explore
those topics,
the idea of that, but then is also like it feels like it doesn't have like the full confidence, I guess, to go into it. I don't know.
So we haven't done like full research into what this author like knew about, if you knew anybody, like, so trust, we're not coming in with a ton of information on that, unfortunately, but yeah, at least from the few things that I have, heard, especially in that video, there was an attempt, and as a result, this is handled fairly decently, but again, take that with a large grain of salt, because we are both, a cis male and a cis female talking here, so again, we don't really have much to say in that regard out of, personal experience. Because
basically, the thing that that Hannibal says is that he's the one who says, oh, he thinks he's trans, but he's not actually. It's that, oh, he actually just hates who he is and just wants to be the opposite, and so that's where it comes from. That's what Hannibal says anyway.
And again, that kind of set of thinking could be like in today's thinking that could also not be framed that great either. Yeah, and
it's like. And we never really do.
We don't explore him at all.
We don't know his backstory.
Yeah.
Like all we kind of get is the context clues, because we see him abducting the woman, holding her in the hole.
Holding her in the hole. Gosh.
Yeah, just has like there's just like a well in the basement, which is funny because before we watched this, we also watched It.
Yeah, and there was a well in that one too.
And in it, there's a well under a house. It's like, oh, weird.
I think we did make that comparison. I think we all were like, oh gosh, it's another well.
It's another well in the basement.
Oh jeez. And there were lambs in that one too, getting killed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. I didn't even think of that.
I did. And I was was like, oh, weird.
Are It and Silence of the Lambs in the same universe?
Discuss.
They both have wells and lambs. So what else do you need?
Same town? Is Derry this place? Who knows?
But anyway.
Yes.
And then like, yeah, one weird thing when we see Buffalo Bill in the basement is he also just has like Nazi posters and stuff around. And it's like,
this guy's a terrible guy.
I guess he's also a Nazi.
This
Again,
person, whoever they are, they suck.
Doesn't actually come up or anything. You just see the posters.
Yeah.
Doesn't really explore it at all.
We kept getting jump scared by freaking those symbols, and we were like, oh my god, ew. Like, whoever Buffalo Bill is, whatever, Buffalo Bill identifies as, they identify as a fucking creep.
As a Nazi, apparently.
That's unquestionable. They're a creepazoid.
But anyway, yeah. I guess that's, I think we've said what we need to say about Buffalo Bill.
I will add, not necessarily about that kind of topic, but I will add, when he was abducting the girl, the one who's in the well, the senator's daughter. Yeah. I remember we all were like, no,
come on, no,
don't help him.
Because he does he's like trying to put furniture in the back of his like van, and he's like, oh, can you help me? I'm just an old man.
I don't even know if he asks her. She looks over at him because he's doing the whole like,
she offers to help,
and then he accepts it. Yeah. And then she does the other ridiculous thing, because not only is it the same thing.
He's like, oh yeah, can you get up? Can you get back in the van and then you lift it up from there?
It's like, woman, no.
And it's like, oh yeah, there you go, it's great. And then it shuts the doors.
Yeah. And like, also, I remember when we were watching that part, I'm like, isn't this exactly what Ted Bundy did too? Because he had his arm in a sling, making himself look vulnerable because of that, and because I think that was an issue with Ted Bundy, is it would be like getting groceries in a car or something like that, and then they would end up getting abducted. So we were watching that the whole time, going like, no, just turn around and go, sorry. No, or I'm only going to help you, but you're turning into the car.
Yeah, right.
And then also, here's some pepper spray out just so that you're aware. I know it's at night and I'm alone. But anyway,
anyway, after we get we get some insights from Hannibal.
Yep.
We haven't even mentioned Chilton is the guy who I guess just runs the asylum that
and he seems like kind of a dick.
Yeah, he's pretty annoying because he reveals to Hannibal that the deal was fake. I don't know if we mentioned that either, but the deal that Starling and her boss offer is actually not real. They're just lying to Hannibal. That's why you should never trust the cops.
Which again, I do have to say though, why did they even have to lie about it? Because I think I said this when we were watching it. I'm like, they could have gotten support from the senator.
They could have probably gotten a real
because
deal.
Later they the dude that you just said his name, he contacted the senator.
He gets a real the Chilton, the asylum guy. He gets an actual deal.
Yeah.
And so then he makes a deal with Hannibal.
Yeah. Seemed kind of stupid.
But then Hannibal gives like fake information to them.
I get,
Or it seems like some of them is accurate. Okay, here, Wikipedia says accurate details about his appearance, but gives him a false name. Which the name he gives is Lewis Friend, which Clarice figures out is an anagram for iron sulfide, which is the chemical fool's gold.
Oh. I would have never thought to do that.
Like, oh yeah, it's like it's basically saying it's fake. And so she goes to where they're now holding Hannibal. Like, she has to, like, sneak in there. Because I think at that point, right, once it gets revealed that they had given a false deal or made a false offer, they get taken off the case.
Yes.
I don't know, I guess Chilton is on the case now or whatever. Or Chilton has custody of Hannibal. Like, she's not supposed to be talking to him anymore. So she sneaks in. Mm-hmm. And that's when they actually have the conversation about, specifically about the lambs.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. That's when it happens.
It's at their second meeting. And then what was the information he gives her there? Oh, he just gives her the Buffalo Bill case files, apparently. Okay. Anyway, the more important thing that happens after she gets, like, kind of caught and taken out is that Hannibal had stolen a pen from Chilton.
Specifically a pen nib, I think, because he had it in his
it's
mouth.
just like a piece of a pen, and just with that, he kills like a bunch of guards.
Well, because I know he doesn't necessarily use the nib, because he uses.
He uses the nib
to get out of the handcuffs.
Pick the locks on the handcuffs, because they're delivering his dinner to his cell.
Yeah,
and so he has to be handcuffed like while they're bringing the food into the cell. Mm-hmm. But he picks the handcuffs. And while they're, like, putting the food down, he ambushes them.
And kills them both, yeah.
And he peels the face off of one of the guards.
Gross.
Puts it on himself, and then is, like, lies down on the ground and pretends to be the guard. I guess he also switched outfits.
How did they not notice that? I'm sure there was also makeup involved, you know? Like, on the movies.
I don't think he needs makeup when he has a face.
Hang on. What I meant was, like, on the movie side of things. Because I feel like if you just tore off somebody's face and put it on your own, I think you'd be able to tell it wasn't your own. I don't know. Like, I feel like it would stick up or something. I don't know.
I think, like, because I guess...
Or maybe it was so bloody
he had a bunch of blood. He also put blood on it.
Okay, that was probably what it was then.
Like, so his whole face is covered in blood, and then also the other guy's face.
Because I was just thinking, like, it would just look like a mask on your face at that point, wouldn't it?
Because then... And then the other thing, I'm not really sure how he did the other thing, which is he puts... The guy he took the face from, he put him on top of the elevator, and the elevator shaft, don't know how he got there, but whatever.
Hannibal's just like, he's like super killer, okay?
Yeah.
He's just really good at doing that.
He can do anything.
If this was Danganronpa, he'd be the ultimate, like, killer.
Because then he had also switched clothes with him, and so they think... Like, the police do a thing where, they, like, open up one of the doors above the elevator, because they find out he's on top of the elevator, and so they're, like, looking down at him, and they're like, like, put your hands up or whatever, and they're like, he's not complying, so they just shoot the body.
They shoot him in the leg, I think, to see about getting a reaction, to see if he's alive.
Yeah,
because I think they don't know if he's alive or not. Yeah.
Oh, right, because they, thought that they had managed to, like, shoot him in the leg while he was running away or something. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, they take Hannibal out because they think he's the injured guard. Yeah, because they're like, oh, he's alive. You know, they can feel his heartbeat or whatever. They're like, he's alive. And then while he's in the ambulance, he kills everybody and escapes. Yes. And it's at that moment, because it's like at that moment where they realize, like, oh, shit. Oh God, no, he's out. That's when it jumps to the ambulance and you see like his face there. They're trying to call the people on the ambulance. They're like, to tell them. Hannibal's like looking at one of the doctors or whatever, and just like, people in the ambulance and just like kills them, I guess. That is probably like, I guess, the biggest like horror part of the movie. But to me, it was also, like, one of the funniest parts of the movie. Wow. I don't know, because he's just doing all the crazy stuff we just talked about. It's very, if Spider-Man was a killer, because here he is, like, in the elevator, And it's because, Hannibal is charming as a villain. Like, and so I'm kind of, like, rooting for him. I'm like, yeah, he's escaping. Yay! Which, honestly, it isn't hard to kind of do that because... Yeah, like, we don't really get super invested in any of the people that he does kill. And anybody that he does, like, that we know of, like, the one dude who threw his fluids at her, like, he seems like a dick, gross. And then the rest are just cops, so... Wow. Well, okay. I don't condone the EMTs in the ambulance. They didn't deserve it, at least. Anyway, Anyway, that's actually kind of the end of Hannibal's part in the story. Yeah, actually, he doesn't show back up again until, like, the end of the movie. He escapes, and then it's back to Clarice. And so... And Clarice tells her other cop friend in training, whatever, tells her that she's not scared that Hannibal will come after her because she thinks that that's not the way he would operate. He's a gentleman. Yeah. I think he would find that to be rude. Yeah, they're like, don't worry, he's not going to be in the rest of the movie. We're focused on Buffalo Bill now. Yeah. Which, yeah, I was going to bring up the other... I guess she's another trainee.
Yeah.
And I think she's her, like, roommate, too, or something. Because she doesn't really show up that much. She shows up, like, once you kind of see them, like... They're, like, walking and talking earlier in the movie, and then after the Hannibal escape, they're having, like, a conversation about... They're talking about the case with Buffalo Bill.
Yeah. She seems nice. I liked her.
I was like, I wish we had seen a little more of them, like, being friends or something.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's a fairly long movie already, so I understand you can't, like, have everything.
Yeah.
Especially when you're adopting, like, a really long novel or whatever. And so I guess from those files that she got from Hannibal, she figures out that Buffalo Bill knew his victim, a tailor from Ohio. Okay, that comes up. I forget how she makes that conclusion, but she does get over there, and then that's where she figures out that he is making a skin suit.
Yeah. That's
why he skins the victims, because he's putting them all together in a weird, like, Frankenstein suit of skin. And that's also why he keeps the captives alive for a while instead of just killing them immediately, is so that they, like, he doesn't feed them anything. And so they, like, lose weight and their skin is, like, looser and I guess easier to remove,
I suppose. And then also there's the whole, of course, the put the lotion on the skin, you know. I guess he makes them do some skincare,
to make sure the skin is nice, for a skin suit.
Gross.
And then
but speaking of her, you know, girl in the hole. She tries to escape. And if I can, I'm going to say some things that might end up being a bit controversial. I don't know. Props to her. I cannot speak about how I would react in this situation because I'm sure it would, like, fuck me up and I would end up saying and probably doing things that I normally wouldn't say or do. But, like, because she basically tricks the dog that he has, Precious. She has, like,
Buffalo Bill has a really cute dog.
Yeah, the dog is cute.
It's like a little poodle.
Precious, right? I think is the name.
And she basically pulls the dog into the hole with her.
Yeah, because she has a little setup that she makes to try to, like, lure
and a bucket. Yeah,
and then she, like, threatens the dog's life, you know, because she knows how much.
To say, like, let me out of here or I'll kill the dog. Kill your dog.
You know, she's already broken her leg, you know, like
from falling in,
hole. And he's, like, you know, freaking out, and that's when she shows up at the door, the cop, you know.
I think so, yeah.
That's where Clarice shows up.
Yeah.
And then, because I will also add to that point, though, real quick, you know, when Clarice comes in, and I know we're going to talk about that in a minute, but when she comes in, and basically she's like, I'm here, don't worry, I'm going to get you out of here. She's, like, fucking screaming the whole time, like, get me out! Like, no, you get me out right now! And I'm like, I totally understand, like, a part of me totally gets it, but the other part of me's like, girl, shut up! She's telling you to shut up!
Like,
you want to get out? Listen to her! Listen to her!
Yeah, right. Like, if I was kidnapped by a serial killer, and then an FBI agent shows up and is like, hey, I'm here to rescue you, but the guy, I haven't gotten the guy yet, so just relax for a minute while I get the guy.
Yeah, but again, hard asterisk, I will add. Never been in that situation. Yeah. I don't want to be. Yeah. So I don't want to find out.
Because I think at that point she has been in the hole for a while too. Yeah. So it's probably.
So she was desperate and scared. Yeah. So I get it. But I remember in the movie watching it going like, girl, shut up. Like, but continue.
Before we get to the final showdown,
yes,
we kind of totally forgot to mention the thing that's on the movie poster.
Oh, the moth. Oh, yeah, the moth. They find that during the autopsy when they were doing that on the previous victim.
They found it on the body of the previous victim. Also, the head that was in the jar had the moth in the mouth.
Oh yeah. It's symbolizing transformation, right?
Yeah, she because Clarice goes to, I guess, some bug experts at like a museum or something, and they tell her about it, and then like how it's the death's head moth, which is like a moth that has like markings on its back that just kind of look like a face, basically.
Yeah, it kind of got like a skull thingy on it, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a skull, and like you can really see it on the movie poster too.
Mm-hmm. Spooky.
Yeah, 'cause it's the spookiest moth, probably.
Right? That's the most Halloween moth I think I've ever seen.
And it's also not found in the wild in America.
Yeah,
I think it's from like Asia.
Yeah.
So like
they know it's been transported here.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of their ways of trying to locate him, right? Is like seeing like who might have imported these critters. And
then what was it? So right, Clarice is at that place, and I guess it's funny, the way that they find him is just the way that Hannibal Lecter originally told them to do. Like, and so I'm like, what took them so long to do it? I don't know. Which is that they like, well, I guess they needed some other records, but they looked at people who had applied for sex reassignment, like surgery, but had been denied. And so that's how they finally, I guess, narrow it. I guess with some other information, they narrow it down to this one guy.
Yep.
And so, right, and then that's Crawford, her boss. They go to They go to like his last known address, but it's totally abandoned. And Clarice is, I think, interviewing people who knew the first victim. That's what it was. Oh,
because the Taylor friend, yeah.
Yes, yeah. The first victim that she figured out he must have known personally.
Yes.
So I think she's still in this kind of like small town in Ohio. And then while she's like going around interviewing people, I think she just kind of ends up at a house where I guess a Buffalo Bill like killed the original person that was living there and has been posing as them.
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
Sure. I don't even remember that. Or he's just living under a different name.
Yeah.
It's because his actual name is James Gum. Or Jamie Gum, I don't know, but says his name is Jack Gordon, which, wow, just the same initials, huh? Yeah.
Didn't want it to be too different.
Yeah,
though.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're just talking, which is funny. It's a pretty great scene because it's like, of course, we know, because we've seen scenes kind of from his point of view, and we're like, oh, that's the guy! She's talking to the guy! And then, as they're talking, just a death's head moth. Like, he has like I think he has a bunch of bugs in different cases, and she just sees a death's head moth, and she's like, oh, fuck. This is the guy.
See, I thought she already knew, so I guess she didn't know.
I think when she shows up at the door, she doesn't know. I think you can kind of tell she
seems maybe suspicious.
There's something off about him. And so then we have, like you said, she goes down and she finds the lady in the well who keeps yelling at her.
Yeah.
And Buffalo Bill cuts the power, I think, basically. All the lights shut out.
Yep.
And so it's like completely dark, and he has night vision goggles.
Which we see the first time we ever see Buffalo Bill.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they're using... Yeah, because remember when she's jamming out to Tom Petty in the car, American Girl, I think is the song that she's listening to. I can't remember. He's got the night vision goggles on, watching her on the car. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
When she's driving. So we see him put those on again.
Yeah, I think I might have like missed that because I thought I was like, oh, night vision goggles, okay. That kind of came out of nowhere, but yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think
it's good that it had a little bit of setup, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like right behind her, but he has like a revolver, and he like cocks the hammer on the back, and she just hears it and spins around and shoots him. That's pretty much it.
I can't remember, but wasn't one of our friends in the chat, didn't they say he didn't need to cock the gun?
Yeah, that is funny. Technically, yeah, because with unless you're using like a revolver from like the 1800s or something, like a really old one, you can just pull the trigger, and it will, like, in the act of pulling the trigger, it makes the hammer pull back. But you can do it manually if you want, because then what it does is it makes the trigger easier to pull. Like, you don't have to use as much strength to pull the trigger if you cock it first.
There you go. Some facts for you.
So yeah, if he had just pulled the trigger, he might have just killed her. And but I guess maybe he was like doing it to try to be cool or something.
Or
like,
he
I don't
would
know.
think it's a stressful situation.
Yeah, right.
From everybody's point of view at that point.
Killing someone.
Yeah.
And yeah, his cover's been blown, presumably. So it is probably stressful.
But yeah, she does. She gets him good. She goes at him a couple times with it, like boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And then the lights come back on, or the windows get broken. I think
she breaks the window.
Lights.
Yeah, the windows were like papered over and stuff.
Yeah, I think her shooting like breaks the windows or whatever, and you see it. But yeah, and that is essentially how they end up, rescuing her. They save her not off screen, because we see her getting taken away, and she has the dog. So like, presumably she might adopt the dog. I don't know. I certainly hope so.
That'd be good.
That, or she gave it to somebody who would take care of them.
The dog did nothing wrong.
Yeah, the dog was innocent. The dog was innocent.
So yeah, and then Clarice gets promoted to, I guess, a full agent, which I would say, yeah, she damn well should.
Yeah, that was a lot.
She caught like the most infamous serial killer in the country. Gosh,
is this like Zootopia or? Because Judy's also a fledgling cop, but she becomes like a full.
Is Zootopia a reimagining of Silence of the Lambs?
No. Please discuss. No,
not really. No, unless just being a rookie cop is enough.
Right. Then there's a lot of those.
That's pretty much the only similarity. Anyway.
Yeah.
Then she gets a call from Hannibal Lecter. And he's in Jamaica or Haiti, somewhere, tropical location. And he asks her, have the lambs stopped screaming? And then says, like, hey, basically, if you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
And she's like, I can't do that. I can't,
He's like, oh, well, sorry, I have to go. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Oh!
And he's following Chilton, the asylum guy.
Yeah, why he's there, I don't know.
Yeah,
we don't have any idea.
Vacation, I guess.
Well, he seemed stressed. I remember because he was like,
I don't know.
And there was like another guy with him. So like, I don't know if they were looking for Hannibal or if they were afraid of Hannibal, like because he was out, so they were trying to probably get away.
Yeah. Maybe.
So maybe they thought like, oh man, maybe he won't find us here.
I'm gonna go to another country to get away from him, but he's already there.
Yeah, and he had like a wig and everything. Hannibal, not Chilton.
Doesn't he? Yeah.
He's like a wig and a hat.
He has like long blonde hair.
It's like a shoulder length, I think. Yeah. And he has like sunglasses on.
Like, wow, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. I don't know. He looks better with the bald head, honestly.
But yeah, we were wondering if it would like maybe cut to anything, but no, it's just the end credits play over the scene of people that are in the
as you kind of see Hannibal just disappear into the crowd.
Yeah. And then that was it. Which, by the way, I will say, is a good movie, and I see why people often talk about it and say that Silence of the Lambs is,
and it was
a noteworthy film. It is really good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it says often cited as one of the greatest films of all time, or whatever.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
It did, and it won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay.
The only horror film to have won Best Picture, apparently. Yeah. Wow. So,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
It does classify it as a horror movie. Interesting. It's not just a thriller.
Need to win.
More animated films need to win, too.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a horror animated film.
No,
there you
sorry,
go.
they're in their own category.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
But yeah, good movie.
Yeah, it was good. We're not going to gush about it nearly as long as we did Sixth Sense, because I think Sixth Sense is probably better than this movie, but that's just me.
That one did have more of an impact on me, I would say.
This pun, I do mean, this movie is not my taste, per se, because I'm not into gore and violence, so I do like it. It is good, but will I go like, I'm going to put that movie on? I'd probably put Sixth Sense on over this one, personally, but that's just me. Still a good film, and I can see why people cite it as being such a noteworthy film, yeah.
Some funny notes that I have, which is Ted Levine is the actor who plays Buffalo Bill. And then he's also in the TV show Monk.
Oh, yeah. I know of it. I didn't watch it, but I knew people who really liked it.
Leland Stottlemyre, who is the, like, gruff police chief guy that Monk works with. So I'm just like, wow, that's a very different role from Buffalo Bill.
Right? So good range there for this actor. Yeah. Oh, and he also was in Jurassic World. And some other movies. Memoirs of a Geisha.
Yeah, he's had a pretty long career.
Fast and the Furious. Well, some 90s ones, though, Nowhere to Run and Heat.
Yeah. Because, I looked up, I was like, wait, who is this actor? Like, I recognized his voice. I was like, this voice is very familiar. Yeah. But I didn't recognize him because a monkey has a big, bushy mustache.
Yeah, very, very different look, in that movie. Yeah. Also, with Wikipedia open, I can see that this movie did really good in the box office. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Also, very small budget, 19 million.
Yeah, 19 million, and the box office was $272.7 million. Jeez. So, wow, I'm not good at math, but that definitely was double.
Right? I mean, beyond.
Yeah, that was double it.
Beyond even.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw this movie. Liked it.
Another funny note is the score is by Howard Shore, which is funny that his name rhymes with score.
Also, can I just add that on Wikipedia, there's a picture of him, right? And it says above the picture, Howard Shore, OC. So I'm like, he's an original character, y'all.
Oh, it's apparently the Order of Canada. So does that mean that like he's like a knight, but for Canada?
I guess. Click on it. Let's learn.
This is Sir Howard Shore.
Let's learn.
We're gonna learn about the Order of Canada.
Yeah, real quick. What?
Yeah, I mean it's like a Order of Merit.
System of Orders, Declaration of Medals of Canada, and the Order of Merlin. Something like that.
The Order of Merlin.
Is that what I said? I don't know. I was reading it really quickly.
Order of Merit.
Oh, Order of Merit. I was like, Order of Merlin sounds cool. That sounds like something you'd get for being a wizard.
Which Howard Shore is most known as composing the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
But he also composed a soundtrack for another movie that we've done on this podcast. Do you want to guess which one it is?
Is it not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It is not.
Is it Space Jam?
No.
Oh, I can't remember now.
It's Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh! Cool.
Which is funny. Same music composer. And I can't completely remember like specific specific songs from the soundtrack, but I do remember it being good.
Yeah.
Good soundtrack. Probably not a controversial opinion.
Most likely, yeah. I would agree.
But yeah, unless there's any other notes, I guess we should start discussing how 90s it is.
That's true. I was trying to think, was there anything I wanted to bring up? I feel like I mentioned what I wanted to mention with the girl in the hole about like just how I wanted her to chill a little bit, even though I knew...
We discussed that.
We did. I know. I was like, I know I already talked about that. Yeah. So I think we touched on everything that I did want to discuss with that, yeah. So yeah, I think we should delve into how 90s we think this is. Let's look at... We'll see, are you currently looking at Anthony Hopkins?
No.
Oh, well, I see his name coming up a lot. Because I was just going to say... How prolific are these actors at being like 90s actors specifically?
Are these 90s
like,
actors?
did they have a lot of their heyday in the 90s, or let's? Because that's what I'm just gonna find. I want to find out about like that specifically.
Okay, like what about Jodie Foster, who plays Clarice Starling? Like, where was her? Okay, it looks like she kind of started in the 70s. As a teen idol. Oh, wait. Okay, she was in the original Freaky Friday.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I'm assuming in the lead role.
Well, here, do they have a list if you go down? Because I think that's always easier to see sometimes when they have the chart.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, this is like her most notable ones. I mean, she's been pretty active throughout basically her whole life.
Yeah, she's been doing stuff in like the 2000s.
I don't see a lot of 90s ones.
Yeah, none of the 90s.
Oddly, like, kind of like... A lot before the 90s and a lot after the 90s. Actually, I see 2020's Return to Acting, apparently.
I read that too quickly and thought it said Return of the King.
Return of the Queen.
Yeah, I was like, oh, was she in that? That's what I wondered.
I mean, yeah, 1990s box office success. Yeah, can I just find the list? Let me just see.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let's look for the chart. Oh,
okay, of course, she's been in a lot of movies, so I think she's one of the actors who has like a completely separate article.
Yeah, for the films.
for just what movies has she been in. Yeah, here it is.
Filmography, there you go.
Okay.
So, okay, here's the chart.
Let's look at
we got the big old chart.
A lot in the 90s. Not really.
Really, no.
Not really a lot. So I would say Jodie Foster I would not particularly associate with 90s.
Yeah.
What about
That's
Anthony
fair.
Hopkins? I am a little curious about that.
Does he have a filmography one too? Oh, either full list?
Yes.
Let's look at that real quick. I'm going to make it a little bit faster. Did a lot in the 70s. Oh, he seems to have a good few in the 90s so far.
Oh, right. He was Van Helsing in that Dracula movie.
Oh, that's cool.
The one that I think it also has Keanu Reeves. Who was Keanu Reeves? He's as Jonathan Harker. Right?
Oh, that's cool.
But
yeah, it looks like he was almost in like a movie in every year in the 90s.
Multiple movies a year.
Yeah, Meet Joe Black.
Is it a lot?
Instinct.
Like, not a lot that I'm really familiar with.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of these.
But he does seem like... I would maybe...
He seems pretty popular in the 2000s as well.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know, does that disqualify them as being like a 90s actor if they were also popular in the 2000s?
I feel like it only really earns a lot of points if like they had their like height in the 90s. And I feel like Anthony Hopkins had a lot before
were
and
a lot of those
after.
movies in the 90s really prolific? I know we just mentioned we haven't seen them, but that doesn't mean anything.
I think it's mostly just Silence of the Lambs.
Chaplin, maybe?
Nixon. He played Richard Nixon in Nixon.
The Edge. Sounds kind of familiar.
He was in The Mask of Zorro.
Ooh, that's cool. But yeah, I would probably agree that even though he has a lot of works in the 90s, he has other works in other years. And none of the ones from the 90s are super prolific outside of Silence of the Lambs.
And then, after the 90s, he continued to keep doing stuff.
He continued to keep going, yeah. Good for him. Good for him.
He's one of those guys who seems like he's always been the same age. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's just always been, like, 50. You know? Like, in this movie, he looks, like, not really that much younger than he does now.
Yeah.
Or, well, I don't know. I haven't really seen him that recently. But
is there another actor we want to check on really quick? Or were those
they're the two big ones,
they're
really.
The two big leads.
A lot of other, I think, some good... Oh, yes, Scott Glenn is pretty cool, but none of them are, like, superstars, I would say.
Forgive us if you guys are screaming at at it and going like, oh, you gotta look at Cassie. Cassie was in everything in the 90s. I don't know, but yeah.
Scott Glenn is the guy that played Jack Crawford.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, he's in a lot of stuff, but again, I would not necessarily say that he's, like, super well known or whatever.
Yeah.
He's not, like... Well, I mean, I would say he's iconic, maybe. I don't know. But but not iconic with, like, say, Anthony Hopkins.
Right. Okay, so the actors are not necessarily prolifically 90s. And I know that you were saying about Howard Shore.
Howard Shore did, I would say the score, the music, again, kind of similar to... what we said in Mrs. Doubtfire, which was the same composer. I feel like this does have that 90s orchestral feel to it. It's obviously a different mood from the score in Mrs. Doubtfire.
A little bit, yeah, just a bit.
Oddly enough, both movies that involve cross-dressing.
Yep.
Some awkward gender stuff in both of these.
Right? The connections.
So, like, I feel like the score, the music definitely gives some 90s vibes to me.
Should we briefly look in and see if Howard Shore did a lot of, like, specifically 90s things?
He did, from what I looked at.
From what you remember?
He did some other movies that we have on our list that we haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, okay.
He did 7.
Oh, yeah, 7.
And some other ones.
That's another, like, horror thriller.
Yeah, maybe next October. We'll watch 7. So, yeah, and I feel like this... And again, this is literally being made in the year 1990. It came out in 1991. it came out in January of 1991, so definitely was being made in 1990. But I feel like this is kind of establishing with, as far as I'm just thinking of the overall feel of the film.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie does kind of establish a lot of the look and sound of what we would see in 90s movies.
You think so? Because I was going to bring up what you mentioned before when we watched The Sixth Sense, and that you said that it felt pretty timeless.
Sure.
And that it didn't feel fully rooted in the 90s. I would kind of honestly feel that way with this movie, too. It feels kind of timeless. There's nothing that's necessarily overtly
I would definitely say
putting
that
it one way or the other.
I would definitely say that in terms of like some of the other things we usually talk about, like technology, like other the way that people talk, the way that people dress, none of it super stands out as 90s. Again, also maybe even like we talked about in maybe I was going to say Mrs. Doubtfire, but we did say Mrs. Doubtfire was 90s. That's our highest scoring one.
Yeah, it was our highest scoring 90s one. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that one.
And like, I think we also mentioned like a lot of the cars in this look pretty old.
Yeah, we said they all looked old. I remember that. All the cars looked very old.
Like a lot of cars almost felt like 70s. Like, but
then again, take this with a grain of salt. We don't know a lot about cars, so you know. But at least the feel of them were like, oh, these look like, you know, old timey vehicles to us. You know.
Yeah.
Not strictly,
which makes
90s.
sense because people drive older cars a lot. You know, I still see cars from like the 90s today.
Like, and our current, the vehicles that we have, both you and
are from
mine,
the 2010s.
Yeah, are from the 2010s. So it's like, oh yeah, they're old.
Yeah, so it makes sense that cars would be older than the time.
So I guess could you argue that makes it 90s then? Because the more
the
90s aesthetic would be
earlier.
from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe you could get like half a point or so for that. I know we don't actually write these points down, so they don't really mean anything in that regard, but we'll give it, you know, some mention that the cars could be a little 90s, you know, not super 90s, but also not super not 90s in that respect. So I kind of feel like I'm halfway with you on that, where this could establish 90s feels for sure, but I also in the same sense liken it to The Sixth Sense, where it could be rooted more in that timeless feel. Seems a little bit more, maybe not more 80s, but like a little, maybe that's my bias because that's around the time that's when this book was written. And then they filmed it kind of like with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They filmed that in the 80s and it came out in the 90s. Granted, they filmed it in 1990, as you were saying, and then it came out in 91. So, you know,
I feel like this is very much,
it's on the cusp of a lot of things, I'd say.
Yeah, which makes sense. Again, coming out exactly in or at the beginning of the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, like, because this movie, I would not say it doesn't feel like an 80s movie for sure.
Yeah, no, I would get what you on that. I could get
weirdly, I could almost maybe see it as a 2000s, maybe. No, but no, I don't think I could, actually. I think it does something about it, the je ne sais quoi. There is something about it that does put it in the 90s for me, I think.
Okay, all right.
Because it's something about like the way that it's shot, the way that it looks and sounds. Feels too modern to be like 80s. But also does not feel modern enough to be 2000s.
That's fair. I can take that. I can honestly take that. I don't feel super hard one way or another over it.
It feels like it feels kind of ahead of its time. Yeah. I can get with that vibe. I may not aggressively root one or the other. Yeah,
so
I'm still not. This isn't like like with Mrs. Doubtfire, where we scored that one maximum. Pretty much is based on the vibes.
Yeah, we did. This vibe is very 90s.
In this one, I am getting 90s vibes, but not all the way up to like the meter isn't maxing out. You know, my 90s meter.
If I had to say, I would say that I would not overtly rate this super high, but I wouldn't say it's like a 1 or a 2 or even a 3. I would maybe be willing to give it like a 4 or a 5, maybe, so like 94, 95. just kind of based on that. Maybe 95 because of some of the other elements we brought up, like Howard Shore, and about how, like, you were talking about how it feels a little bit more 90s than not 90s. And then we have our cars that we talked about. People driving old cars would make sense for the 90s because they would drive 10-year-old cars potentially. The majority of people anyway.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we might be glossing over that would be rooted more in the 90s? Like you think about the criminal, like the criminal world. I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to think about the genre. Like, does this genre of kind of detective thing... I don't know. That's also kind of timeless. People always kind of like detective stuff.
Yeah, I could see that.
It doesn't feel particularly 90s. Again, like, part of what I was saying, I think, about it feeling more 90s than 80s is I feel like if this was a really 80s detective movie, that has like a distinct feel to it to me. Like something like Blade Runner, like that was 80s. Like where it's all like it's more like dark and gritty and stuff. Whereas this, a lot of the scenes kind of actually take place in daytime and stuff.
I keep bringing up Sixth Sense, and it's not just because that was the previous one too. Or no, wait, was Casper? Casper was after.
Casper, yeah.
Casper was after that one. But anyway, it was one of our more recent ones that we did. I feel like I keep coming back to it because the color in the movie, if that makes sense, the tone, like the atmosphere, I guess, reminds me of Sixth Sense too. Yeah. You know, like maybe it's the autumn vibe. I don't really know. Maybe it's where it was shot. Was it actually filmed in the same place? Can we look that up really quick?
Was it in Philadelphia?
Where was this movie filmed?
I don't know.
Let me
look at production real quick.
Yeah.
Where was this film? There it is. Blah blah blah. Okay, well, there's a lot of
casting, filming. Yeah.
Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
Oh!
That's close, right? Wait, because what we were saying Philadelphia. That's also Pennsylvania. Yes. Yeah, so this was filmed a lot in Pennsylvania, West Virginia.
Wow.
So this is.
So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it made me think of the same place. That's probably why it looks
like Sixth Sense. It was in the same general area.
It was in the same place.
That's interesting.
Hey, yeah.
Are we finding out that Pennsylvania feels 90s? not just New York City, but like maybe when you have like stuff that's more suburban, like not like in the city, maybe Pennsylvania is what we think of the 90s.
Maybe.
Where it's not in the city.
Maybe. We'll see if that's a trend going forward. But we have 2 Pennsylvania 90s movies so far. Where was Casper shot? Like, this sounds like he got killed. Where was Casper shot?
That's not how he died.
No. He had a rosebud situation.
Honestly, I think that was probably mostly just shot in sound stages.
Fair.
None of that was really, like, outside.
Well, no, there were. Because, like, when she would go outside, there were times where they were outside.
Outside the house was definitely a set. I'm pretty sure that was a set. That house, I don't think that house actually exists.
Well, now I want you to go look it up. Prove it. Prove it.
Do I have to?
Yeah, okay. Prove it.
Hold on.
Show me.
Casper film.
While you're doing that, Casper, the friendly ghost. He's the friendliest ghost you know.
Where's
song's been in my head since we watched
production.
Just in the background.
Productions. Steven Spielberg was an executive producer on that.
The film was shot in Maine.
Camden, Maine. Oh, well, hey, Northeast. It's not Pennsylvania, but it's the same.
I do remember
region.
the water, like the picture that's on Wikipedia.
Okay,
there's like a
fair
town,
enough.
There's water.
When they were in the town and stuff. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you that there was probably a lot of set stuff. I do agree with that.
Whipstaff Manor was largely a studio set.
Yeah, now that does not shock me in the slightest. That makes sense.
In the mirror scene, Dr. Harvey is also supposed to transform into Spielberg. Wait, was this directed by Spielberg? Oh, Brad Silberling. Sorry, I think I read that wrong, but was produced by.
Well, here we already did this movie, so let's go back.
Sorry. Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, okay. But okay. So maybe north. What do you say? Northeast.
Yeah, something about the Northeast United States is 90s.
Could be. I guess we'll freaking find out. But yeah. So okay, do we want to then? So we could give it some slight Pennsylvania points there, I guess.
God, I forgot we gave Sixth Sense 93. I forgot that was that low.
Well, yeah, because again,
because we said it was timeless.
It was pretty timeless.
Yeah.
And then like even because I think the headphones that the lady was wearing, I can't remember.
That was
what
like
year
one thing that we
out.
gave some points for.
But yeah, I think that was a little bit.
In that case, like that. I guess I'm feeling around a 93 for this as well.
Because I was gonna say, see, man, I was being more generous though. Because remember I just said 94.
You were gonna say 94.
But yeah, like I'm fine with giving it another. Do you feel it is a little bit more 90s than Sixth Sense? Or does it give you the exact same feel that Sixth Sense gave you? Well, you know
as far as how 90s it, I guess so. It is weird though, because Sixth Sense came at like it was like pretty much at the end of the decade. Wasn't that like 99?
Yeah.
Didn't that come out in 99?
I think so. I think it came out later.
Yeah, because then the next Shyamalan movie came out in 2000, I think.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 93 seems about right.
Mm.
It feels right to put it at the same place as Sixth Sense, I think. Mm. They do have a little bit of that. Does Howard
Shore give it a little bit more of a point, though?
Well, Sixth Sense also had, I think, a very 90s
cast
orchestral soundtrack.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who the composer was, but it had that feel to it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it sounds like I'm trying to argue for more, but honestly, like I'm fine with it. Because before it seemed like you were really leaning heavy and to be like,
I know.
It's 90s, baby, and I'm like, all right.
Again, but that's all it really has to it.
Is that?
I think.
But ultimately, yeah, I think we do agree that it is more timeless than it is super 90s. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's really mostly in terms of the production of the movie that gives it a 90s feel. Mm-hmm. The actual, like, content of the movie doesn't feel that 90s. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there we go. I guess that's it. We went a little long for this one. There's a lot to talk about, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I'd be okay with putting it at 93. The only thing I would say is if I could give it any more than that, it'd be 94. But if you feel pretty good about 93, then I'm fine with staying at 93. That's fine with me.
Alrighty.
And
that's one more down.
I think it'll be easy for us to select our next one pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah?
Because we were talking about it before.
You think you'll know what... Because, right, Silence of the Lambs was my pick, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Because Casper was mine. Yeah.
It's your turn now?
Yes, so it's my turn. And, sorry to bring you back to the land of, YA films, Ergo.
That's fine.
But I was shocked and amazed at the reaction that came forth from when we were talking about Slappy and the Stinkers when I brought up that movie. And that was on the last episode we did, right? Where we talked about that?
Was that?
I think it might have been. It might have been when we talked about Casper.
Like you brought it up and then I was just laughing at it.
Yeah, because I was like, I have told you about this before. And you were like, I don't know. And I'm like, baby, I brought this up before. It's like a fever dream of a movie that no one seems to have seen besides me and my brother. Me and my brother watched Slappy and the Stinkers all the time. Maybe not all the time, but we rented it quite a few times back in the ye old days at Blockbuster Video.
That's the 90s.
That's very 90s. Yeah, very much so. And we got that. That was one of the movies we rewatched a lot, was Slappy and the Stinkers. And I'm not saying it's a good movie, but we rewatched it. Of all the
movies you could have been watching.
Hey, and that's partially my fault.
I mean, who knows? Maybe when I watch it, maybe I'll be converted. Maybe I'll be I'll be one of the stinkers.
Yeah.
I'll be a slaphead.
Slaphead.
That's what the fandom calls it.
Of course, yes.
The Slappy and the Stinkers fandom.
Yes, because that totally exists. But when you were mentioning about like of all the things you could be watching, that just made me think of how we've kind of learned more about me throughout the years and how I am very much anxious is, I guess, one of the big things about me. I'm very anxious. But I think it's a tell, or not, I don't know if that's the right word I'm trying to use, but it's common for people who have, like, I guess anxiety to rewatch the same movies often, as opposed to watching new things, because we know what's going to happen. And I think that happened a lot to me as a kid because I was like, I've seen this movie and I know I like it, so I want to get it. I don't want a new movie. I know this one. Nothing will surprise me in this movie. I've seen it. I've seen the seal drink cough syrup. Spoiler alert. So yeah, I think that's why I rented a lot of the same movies quite often. Kiki's Delivery Service, Slapping in the Stinkers. Those are the two I mainly think about.
All right. Well, the next time, whenever we get around to that, I'm not sure because I know we really want to finish Ace Attorney before 2025 is over.
Yes, that was my main goal. In streaming land, not about podcasts, but in streaming land. Oh, hi Nostromo. Our friend Nostromo was in the chat, and they just gave some bits. That's so super sweet.
Yeah,
thank you, friend. I hope that your stream went well, by the way. I hope it was a good time. I saw that you went live a little bit ago, and I was like, oh, I hope Nostromo's doing good. I haven't gotten to speak to him in a while. So yeah, I hope you had fun. But, oh gosh, where was I? I was saying words and now I don't remember.
I think we were just kind of ramping up.
We were, but yeah, and I was saying, I'm anxious, watch a lot of the same movies, blah, blah. Yeah. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this movie, revisiting it, how it goes, because I legitimately I might hate it. I don't know. I might think it's really bad.
Stinkers.
I don't know.
Also, like, what did the poster says? 5 kids, 1 sea lion, no rules. This might be our next maximum score 90s movie.
Gosh, could it be?
We'll have to find out next time.
We were talking about Ace Attorney really quick. Because we were talking about...
We're going to try to get back to streaming that.
Yes, because that's what I
Every
do
Monday,
when we're not doing this.
We'll be doing that. So then if we do more episodes of the podcast, they'll probably be on my channel, since we'll be doing the Ace Attorney on your channel. And I don't currently have like a big series that I'm doing, so... Yeah,
I mean, that would be fine with me if we ended up like streaming Ace Attorney and then on Tuesday maybe doing an episode of this. So we might have 1 or 2 of the podcast episodes coming out this month. We'll find out. We'll see how it is. Hey, more often than not, you're probably watching this on good old YouTube. So, you don't care when this comes out. You'll get it when you get it on the YouTube. So, yeah, until then, though, Slappy and the Stinker will be next. And, man, you all are going to learn about it. If you didn't know about it now, you're going to learn about it later. Be converted or not, I guess.
Yeah.
Any last words to say for this? Not in general, not in life, but just in this podcast. I realized what any last words, Ergo?
Yeah, Grezy hasn't mentioned she's been holding a gun to my head this entire time.
You've been really calm about it.
And now, as soon as the stream ends, she's...
No!
I'm kidding. That's a joke. Just to be clear, don't like ban us Twitch.
Yeah. I would never. I love this goober too much. Aww. He's amazing. He's wonderful. By the way, we had our anniversary, which is partly why we didn't stream the Silence of the Lambs. I think we were also just tired. But yeah, I think it was around that time. And so we were like, no, we're celebrating our anniversary, sorry. So I guess quick little anniversary plug before we actually leave. Ergo's great. He's been married to me for 7 years. And Nostromo was there. Nostromo was at our wedding. Yeah. So it's very fitting that you're here then. Thank you for more of the bits. That's so sweet of you, friend. You're so kind. Yeah. But yes, so don't worry. I'm not getting rid of this goober. He's stuck with me. That's what the weapon would be actually for. You're never leaving.
Help.
No! Don't.
Oh no, the lambs are being silenced. I don't know. That sounds like it would be a euphemism for something. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, I told you this was a train wreck. Let's go.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.